Breakers-ish.
Record breakers, record breakers, record breakers. Record breakers. Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! My lord, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Record Breakers, packed with brain, brawn, and mental dexterity. Mr. Norris McWhorter will display his phenomenal memory. Mr. Geoffrey Capes, his astonishing muscle power, and Mr. Robert Burns, his extraordinary voice. But first, let's produce a crescendo of welcome for Miss Cheryl Baker. Oh, yay!
Well, if you're wondering what all that's about, I'm saying nothing. You just have to wait and see.
And now, that magnificent man of memory, our encyclopedic expert in the field of records, Mr. Norris McWhorter. Oh, yes!
Welcome back to Record Breakers, Norris. Now, first of all, can I apologise for the noise?
Well, don't worry about the noise. It's nothing near a record. That was set in 1883 when a volcano called Krakatoa blew up, and it was so loud it was heard over 1/13 of the whole globe's surface.
Your memory is absolutely amazing. Actually, we'll have you back a bit later on in the show because we're going to be putting you to the test, aren't we? So,
Yes.
Have you been training?
Yes, about 33 years.
Ah, so you've had a fair bit of practice then.
You could say that.
And now, Miss Baker has news of a great British success story.
I do indeed. It's a story that starts 31 years ago in 1957, and the setting is the gruelling Le Mans 24-hour motor race in France. Through the 1950s, British Jaguar cars had tremendous success at Le Mans. The race involves driving for 24 hours, changing drivers where necessary, and completing as many laps of the circuit as possible. The car which travels furthest wins. And Jaguar's success culminated in 1957 when Jaguar D-Type cars swept the board. They came in first, second, third, and for good measure, fourth and sixth as well. Since 1957, there's been a 31-year lull in British fortunes until Jaguar clawed their way back to victory with this incredible car. And the Jaguar team not only won Le Mans, but achieved a record distance of 3,313.25 miles in the 24 hours. And this is the car that did it, the XJ-R9. So please, let's give a big Record Breakers welcome to the drivers of the winning team, Jan Lammers, Johnny Dumfries and Andy Wallace. Thanks, lads, for coming on to Record Breakers, and many, many congratulations on a wonderful achievement. Now, Jan, you actually drove the final 3 laps of the race. Tell us what it must have been like.
A lot of tension, a lot of tension. We really had a good race all the while. We were never worse than second. But you just start the race all mentally prepared. You have 24 hours ahead of you. But as the race progresses, you get more and more behind you. So you get closer to the finish, and especially 3 laps before the end, you tend to leave the concentration on the moment, and you think ahead a little bit like, we've won it, we've won it. And then you think like, no, 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 concentrate, because it just takes one little mistake and you're in the gravel and the race is gone.
Well, Andy, how did you enjoy it? Because it was your first Le Mans, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my first Le Mans. I enjoyed it a lot. I've driven the car before, but not at Le Mans. And I had quite a lot of help from my 2 teammates about the track. And it was just fantastic.
Yeah. Now, Johnny, do you mind if I call you Johnny? Because you're actually an Earl, aren't you? The Earl of Dumfries.
Feel free.
I can call you Johnny, can I? What's special about the car?
The whole package is right, the chassis is right, the engine's right, the tyres are right, and it's just a question of teamwork. Motor racing is very much a team sport.
How fast does the car go?
On the Mulsanne straight, which is the main straight at Le Mans, we're achieving speeds of 244 miles an hour. The important thing is to achieve consistent and quick lap times during the race.
Now, I can't help noticing how low this is to the ground. Is there a reason? Can I just have a little test? Because it looks like a couple of inches. And it is. It doesn't even reach the top of my finger. Why is that?
It's just so that Jan can get in and out of the car.
You don't believe me.
It's very important, actually, from an aerodynamic point of view. The car, as you can see, is extremely streamlined to achieve high speeds. But the underneath of the car is also very, very important for aerodynamics. It gives us a lot of downforce, i.e. grip on the corners.
And Andy, what's that bit that sticks on the back there?
Well, this is the rear wing. The whole car itself, as a package, produces a lot of downforce, and the rear wing actually trims the downforce on the rear of the car. So if you lost that while you were going along, you'd be in serious trouble.
Do you mind if I actually sit in it and see what it's like? Because
Go ahead.
I've only ever seen them when they're those little
Don't go
little
too
toys.
fast, though.
Oh, right. Okay, here we go.
We don't wear skirts usually, of course.
Oh dear.
Not in public, anyway.
So you do sometimes, don't you?
Oh, it's so easy to get into. This is really basic. I imagined, because it looks so flash from the outside, I imagined it to be all plush, and it isn't at all, is it?
No, it's functional, I suppose, would be the right word for it.
I can imagine driving along at, well, actually, I can't imagine driving along at 240 miles an hour, but I'd love to actually drive it. It's so low on the road. What's it like to drive at 240 miles an hour?
It's like a tunnel, really, isn't it? I mean, it goes so fast that the trees just come closer and closer to you. It's real exciting. It's good.
Hopefully not too close.
Well, look, thank you, all 3 of you, for coming on, and many, many congratulations to you and all of the Jaguar team on a wonderful achievement. Well
Thanks
done.
very much.
Now it's time for a test of outstanding memory. Norris McWhirter is well known for his encyclopedic recall of records and their details. It's been a couple of years since we've tested him out on the programme, so we thought it was time to ask our studio audience to put Norris back on the spot. Now, this part of the show is totally unrehearsed. A lot of people ask, does Norris know the questions in advance? And the answer is absolutely not. He has no idea what the questions might be. So are you ready, Norris?
Yes.
What's your name?
Shaka,
OK, would you like to ask Norris your question?
what is the most expensive tooth that has ever been sold?
Well, I believe there was a tooth of Sir Isaac Newton that was sold at Sotheby's at auction. And he died, I think, in 1721, so it was a very old tooth, but it was belonged to a very famous man who discovered the law of gravity, so it went for a very big price.
Now, what's your name?
Indigit.
Indigit. And where are you from?
Southall.
All right, and what's your question?
What is the smallest reptile in this world?
The smallest reptile would be a very, very small gecko, which is a minute kind of lizard, and it would be only a fraction of an inch long. They run up ceilings, and they sometimes fall in your soup in the tropics, so they're not very nice.
Sunita's got a question for you now, Norris.
What's the fastest sea creature?
The fastest sea creature would be a sailfish, which would move at about 50 mph. It's very difficult to measure, and the only way they can measure them is it has a sharp bill and it goes into hard wood, and then they can measure what the impact is. But to get a fish of more than 50 miles an hour is absolutely amazing.
Your name?
Ruth.
And what's your question for Norris?
Who's fastest knitter?
The fastest knitter in the world is Gwen Matthewman, and she comes from Yorkshire, and she is unrivaled for more than 17 years.
So now we know. Sergeant, you've got a question for Norris, haven't you?
Yeah. Who made his wife deaf in one ear by snoring?
Oh, he was a crane driver from Shotton in Southampton, and his name was Mel. His first name was Mel. I don't think what his second name was, and he snored at 86 decibels in a Hever Castle in Kent.
Now, what's your name?
Josephine.
Josephine, what's your question for Norris?
What's the strongest animal in the world?
The strongest animal? Well, the strongest animal is not an elephant, because it can only stand a quarter of its weight on its back. And the strongest animal is a kind of beetle, which can stand 860 times its own weight.
Well, that's amazing. And no passes. Norris will be on the spot again in a couple of programmes' time. Meanwhile, congratulations.
But the place was full of town criers. So, Bob, tell us all about your record then.
I was in Halifax, Nova Scotia, at the International Town Criers Competition. 1984 it was. And this time there was a decimal machine there to get the loudest decibels. And I got the loudest.
Which was?
113 decibels. And I got the trophy and so on, and I was pleased with myself, naturally. And then the next thing that happened was, a couple of days later, the man who was recording it came to me and said, "Look, Bob, the loudest male voice in the Guinness Book of Records is 111.9. We're going to send this in."
So you weren't only the loudest town crier, you were the loudest recorded male voice ever?
Apparently, yes.
Wonderful. Now, how loud is 113 decibels?
Well, somebody told me it was the same as a jet plane taking off.
On the runway?
On the runway.
Good Lord, that's loud. And what are the rules?
A proclamation always starts with, "Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes," 3 of them. And the recording is done on those 3 oh yeses.
And how do you rate your chances?
Well, I'm going to try my best, of course, but there are an awful lot of town criers here for this competition today.
you're supervising the record, tell me what you're doing.
Well, we're checking that the height of the mic is between 1.5 and 1.6 metres above the ground. We've already checked the distance from where they're going to speak, which is the line on the podium, and that's 2.5 metres exactly.
Right, now remember, 113 decibels is Bob's record. Now, there are a lot of nervous challengers, and here's Edwin Balkett from Lytham St Anne's. Oh, 103.8 decibels from Edwin. OK, Alan Booth from Scarborough's next.
Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay!
Alan scored 103.5, short of the record, but he sounded pretty loud to me. What can Southport's Jack Lowndes do?
Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay!
104 decibels, that's the score to beat. Bob seems impressed. Well, no one else has come close. What can the world record holder do?
Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay!
102 decibels from Bob, well short of his best, but his record's still unbroken. Bob, you're still the loudest man in the world. How do you feel?
Oh, just great.
That's marvellous, isn't it?
Yes.
However, today you didn't do so well. What do you think went wrong? Do you think it might have been the weather conditions or something?
Well, it's a very hit and miss business, this business of shouting, you know.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Well, it certainly is a dodgy business.
Maybe the wet weather did get to their voice boxes.
But right now, it's time to meet a man whose feats of strength are quite astonishing. And here he is, Jeff Gates. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Yeah, twice the world's strongest man.
Yes.
And a great friend of the Record Breakers. Anyway, it's a very, very special record you've come to do today. It's concerning lifting the bricks, isn't it?
That's right. We're here tonight to see if I can break what is in fact my official record.
And your official record is what?
My official record is 26. But anything can happen. We're going to try and go for one more.
We'll try for 27. Now, if you think that's easy to just lift 27 bricks, just you wait and see how Jeff has to do it.
Well, these are the bricks, and Jeff's got to pick them up in a horizontal line like this. Now, I'm only going to attempt 3 because they're really heavy. Here you are.
Not like that.
Oh!
Like that.
Yeah, let me have a go now. I'll show you how to... What?
You can do with 3 more.
Oh, no. Oh. OK. Right, so you've got to press them together.
Go on, you can do it.
Yeah, yeah! Hooray! Yeah, but I mean, that's only 6. You've got to try for 27, haven't you?
Well, we'll see.
So what are the actual rules? How do you have to pick these things up?
Obviously, they all have to start with the brick flat on the table. And you must start with your hands on there before you lift. You can actually change your hand position to there, provided the brick doesn't pass the wrist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know the rules are very stringent, aren't
Very
they now?
strict now, yeah.
And
so it's
so-
a good bit of fun.
I know, but a good bit of fun trying lifting them. But what we actually need is a proper referee. Now,
That's true.
who better than our great friend, Norris McWhirter? Well, now, what are you going to be looking for?
Well, these are standard bricks, LBC flattens. They weigh 4.3 pounds, which is 2 kilos. So that's the bricks.
And then the lifting technique you have to watch out
Yes,
for?
we have to rotate them through 90 degrees from a hip height of a bench.
And how long have they got to be held?
They've got to be held for 2 seconds.
And you'll count the 2 seconds?
I'll count them.
Well, Jeff, it looks like we're all ready for it now.
Yeah.
So if
I've
you-
got to be ready, yeah?
Yeah, if you care to take your place on the centre stage.
Fine, thanks.
Jeff's going to build up the record number of bricks in stages. The counter will show us the figure for each attempt.
Right, now this is going to be an attempt at 19 to hold them for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and down. And now nearing the 100 weight barrier, 23 bricks. 2 more each side. Got to be very accurate. The weight is nearly 100 weight, but the lateral pressure is 200 weight.
Okay.
So this is an excruciating event.
Yep.
1, 2, and down. We're now going to see the moment of truth. Is 27 possible? The British record holder for the shot put now attempting the ultimate. 27 bricks through the 100 weight barrier, 116 pounds, 52 kilograms. And here he comes, all 26.5 stone of him, with this tremendous arm span. He's going to try and rotate them through 90 degrees and lift them for 2 seconds. Oh, 26.
26 there.
2 down.
1, 2.
And the world record equal. The world record equal.
Well, there it is then. 26 bricks in a horizontal lift is still the world record, and you saw it here in the Record Breaker studios. Will it ever be 27? Well, we don't know. So keep watching. We'll see you again. Bye-bye now. Dedication. That's what you need if you want to be the best.